Morning, everyone. All right, so I'm looking for a down close here on crude oil right now. It's got a high of 56. It'll have a low of 52. So a down close there at 52 on crude would be a short trade. Still be 52. Okay. I got nothing on gold, ES, Russell. Yep, we're still looking for that down close at 52 on crude. Here, I'll bring my crude down over. Good morning, Robert. Okay, we're in 51. We got the down close on crude at 52. Now that's a momentum short trade because the close was below the MA1. So as soon as I get profit in it, I'm going to put my stop right here at break even. Okay. Stop at break even. And I'm flat. Break even on that one. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. No, there it goes. I knew it was going to go down. Alright, so the crude put in a lower swing. That's good. We don't have anything that we can trade right here. I'm going to hit the record button. Alright, good morning everyone. Today's Tuesday, the 5th day of May 2015. Ah, crude's still going down. Darn it. Oh well. I do hate it when it does that. But gotta follow the rules. That's the only market that's really got anything right here too. Okay, well the gold went down with the crude. So now the crude's pulling back a little bit. Did anybody stay in that one? Anybody stay in that crude trade? And gold's dropping too. To 635 where the pivot is. Good. Excellent, Dave. Oh, I missed it. I was doing the Russell and I missed this over here. Okay, well there's another one setting up. Okay, and there's one set up on the gold right there too. I missed the gold while I was doing the Russell, and then I missed the Russell while I was doing the gold. I missed the Russell while I was doing the gold. That's what I mean to say. Anyway, we need to down close below this trend line. We had the down close below the trend line right over here, 94.9. Okay. It's pulling back up to dynamic resistance now. I just shorted it at 95.3. Okay. Because I missed the 94.9 spot. And it stopped to break even on the gold. And we're looking for it to get down to, well, we're looking for it to get down below the prior swing is what we're looking for. I'm just going to throw a 10-tick target on there, see if we can get down there. Okay. It should get down below 90. 4.5, so hopefully it'll get right down to our target down there. Okay. I'm just going to lock in. Hey, Bert. Oops. I just got out with 6, I think. 5. Hey, Bert. Hang on a minute. All right, the ESE and the Russell are both in the weekly trading zone right now. Make you one of those. There you go. No trade there on the crude. The cycle's going up too steep, and we just took 5 here from the gold. The euro is starting to pull back. And let's make sure we don't have any orders on anywhere. No, we do not. Okay. All right, a down close right there on the euro at 11.39 is a short. Okay. All right, I just shorted 11.38 on the euro. Okay. So we're looking for 4 ticks profit or a close down below the MA1 on the euro. There's 2, 3, gotta go down one more. There it is. All right, I'm actually gonna This is the goal for the day right here. If it lets me drop my stop there. Nope, it didn't let me drop it. Okay, well we'll just give it a minute here and see if it goes down. Here, I'll put a target on there. That would be the goal for the day. No, I hate putting targets on. Okay, well we're flat on the euro. We did have our goal for the day there on that one, but now we're flat. Oops, hang on, here we go. All right, the ES is right below a zone and the Russell is right inside a zone. So we're kind of waiting on those. The euro is too. I don't have them on there. All right, on the soybeans, starting to pull back a little bit. On the crude and up close on this bar would be a momentum long trade. That'd be up at 57. Okay, it's a momentum trade, so as soon as you get profit in, you got to move your stop to break even, all right? Like that. Lock in 2. All right, flat with 2. Again, an up close would be a momentum trade. 64 would be the spot on that one. An up close at 64 would be a momentum long trade. Close up there though. There it goes. Okay, again, it's a momentum trade, so as soon as you get profit in, you got to put your stop at break even. Okay. It already had a little profit in it. Let's see, on the Russell, yeah, you could short 29 point, actually it already went Vortex, you can't do anything with the Russell now, sorry. The entry was right there on the Russell. And the soybeans, black step line is crossing, so there's not going to be a trade there on the soybeans. And the crude has some divergence here now, so if this bar closes down, you'd look for the next bar to close up above the trend line. Okay. So if you get a down close here at 59, from 63, a down close at 59, you would look for the next bar to close up at 63, and that would be a long trade, regular slingshot long trade at 63. Okay. All right, well, it closed up, so it's just as well. I mean, now 63 up to 67. 67 would be another momentum long trade up there. Okay. That was the momentum long trade from a minute ago over here. Okay. So I got in there and got out there. And now it's pulling back again. It's due for a deeper pullback here right now. Okay. Gold is starting to pull back a little bit. Okay, 62 is a low on this. 66 would be the high. And up close there at 66 on crude would be a long trade. All right. There's no divergence over here on the gold, so we're not going to have anything there. We didn't get the up close on the crude. We got a down close, so we've got to move our trend line to take that wick into account. You see that little wick right there? You've got to adjust the trend line for that. Okay. Okay, now we've got a couple things going on. One is gold is pulled back and tested the BBC. Crude has also tested the BBC, but we can't move the trend line anymore. 60.56 is a low. It will go up to 60.60, then from 60.60 up to 60.64. Okay, over here on the gold, we just need an up close, 95.7 up to 96.1 on the gold. Okay, the crude's got a low of 56. This bar will go up to 60. If the next bar starts at 60 and goes straight up, we'll go up to 64. That would be a momentum long trade. Okay, there's the up close on the gold at 61. That's a long trade right there. Bounce off the BBC type long trade. I'm in at 62. And stop at break even. I'm actually going to lock in. Well, I could just take 3. There we go. I just took 3. That's the goal for the day on the gold. So it took 5 trades. We're at 100, and it took 17 minutes. All right, and on the crude, come on the crude, 59 up to 63. 63 would be, and up close at 63 would be a long trade on the crude. The gold is still going. You got your gold too, David? Good. Non-manufacturing coming up. Long at 64 on the crude. Stop at break even because it's a momentum trade. I think it wants to get all the way up here. I can put a target up there at 75. Just lock in 1 tick. And there we go. Okay, the Russell had a short trade right here. Sorry, I missed that. 948. Non-manufacturing PMI and economic optimism. Thanks, Ray. That's coming up at 10. Yeah, the Russell had a momentum short right here. Another momentum short right there. Okay, so we're flat with just a tick on the crude. All right, the Russell's pulling back. So we've got a high of 27.6. We're going to have, never mind. Now we've got a high of 27.8. We're going to have a low of 27.4. Right there, that 27.4 is a short trade on the Russell, if you can get it. I'm in at 27.3. Stop at break even. Get rid of my original stop. Lock in a couple. We want to see it go down below 26.4 right here. Okay, that's where it should go. I'm going to put a target down there at 26.4. That would be 9 ticks. That's the prior swing low. That's where it should go right here. And there it goes. Okay. 10 ticks. All right. And it's still going. The baby's still going down. All right. On the Russell. That's it right there. Did anybody get this over here? Anybody get this trade with me? I mean, I know I only took 10 ticks out of it, but it went from 27.4 all the way down to 23.8. It's $400 a contract right there, just about. 24.25? Okay. Thanks, Jim. Hold on, you got 20 on it? Good. Okay. So the Russell's inside the zone now, is what everybody's telling me. All right, and the Euro just took off. See that? Our index has crashed, and the Euro took off. All right. Now the Russell is below its weekly trading zone. It's probably going to go back up and test that area. A down close of the current bar is a short trade right there, 23.4. And I just shorted 23.5. 8 ticks risk on that. All right, 8 ticks risk. Gold just took off. There's a momentum long trade that was just there on the gold. I'm going to lock in some profit here on the Russell. Got 3 ticks profit locked in. Get rid of my original stop. Watch the Euro over here. 8 ticks. 8 ticks on the Russell I just took. 8 ticks profit on that. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the gold is starting to pull back a little bit. Did you guys get that with me on the Russell there? There's no divergence here. We need a pullback over here on the Euro. This up close right here on crude. A little bit of a long trade there. I wasn't really watching the ES, but the ES had a short trade too. All right, gold needs to close up on the current bar. 98.7 would be the spot. And the Euro is still going up. Haven't had a pullback there on the Euro yet. Still looking for that up close at 98.7 on the gold. Okay. Cycle's got to reset over here on the Russell. And we got a down close on the gold. Okay, so now the up close would be 98.6. Still just looking for an up close above the trend line. Okay, we can't adjust the trend line anymore because we've hit the BBC. So now we're just looking for an up close above the trend line. So 98.2 up to 98.6. This right here was a new swing high. This close right here. Dave. See, this was the prior swing. This close right here was swing high. So it pulled back, hit the BBC, then it had a momentum long trade right there on a close on the other side of the MA1. You took the trade after the ES. Yeah, this was the ES trade. There was a momentum one right here at 2103, and then actually there's another one right there at 2102 and a half. All right, we have a high impact news event coming out here in just a couple of minutes. Okay. Today is May 5th. ISM final services PMI came out at 9:45. ISM non-manufacturing PMI is due out, and economic optimism in about a minute. So we're looking for the up close here on the gold, looking for a pullback here on the euro. There's the up close on the gold, 98.6. Got a high impact news event coming up right now, but I just jumped in at 98.5 because I could. Where are we on gold? We're +8 on gold right now. So I want to be risk-free on this by the time the news event comes out, but I don't know if I will be. Yeah, 69 up to 73, that'd be going right into, it'd be a momentum trade and dynamic resistance on that. Right there on the euro. Okay, that's a little bit risky. Okay, there's the news, and I am stopped out of the gold. I wanted to be risk-free on that, but I wasn't able to be. All right, we got a highest 96.9. We're going to have a low of 96.5. From 96.5, we'll go down to 96.1. Okay. All right. On the gold, stop to break even. All right, my gold DOM is not keeping up with the charts. Or my charts aren't keeping up with my DOM. Actually, I think DOM's not keeping up with the charts, I think. All right. Here. Short 96 on the gold. Stop at break even. Stop at +5. +8. +12. And I'm out with 12. There's another one coming up here on the gold. A down close of this bar right here would be a momentum short trade, 94.3. Okay, it's a momentum short trade, which means as soon as you get any profit in it, you gotta move your stop to break even. Like now. Okay. All right, on the Russell, this down close right in here. I'm not in any trade right now. Just so you know, this down close right here at 20.6 was a short trade. And I don't know what's happening here with the euro. All right, a down close over here on the euro would also be a short trade. 39 down to 35. Yeah. My charts and DOM are out of sync. Bert, are you out there? Jim's asking for you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. He's here, Jim. There. All right, this down close right over here at 19.6. There's a short trade on the Russell, a down close of the current bar. It's got a high of 19.6 down to 19.2 on the Russell. That would be a short trade. There it is. That is a momentum short trade, which means you got to move your stop to break even as soon as you get any profit in it. It's already had 3 ticks profit in it, or 2 ticks profit in it. Sorry. Gold is about to give a long trade here. Okay. My Russell DOM does not seem to be keeping up with my charts. My charts don't seem to be keeping up with my DOM. I'm not sure which. Gold, let me cancel that. Gold, it's got a lot of work to do to get a long trade. It's got no trade. Yeah, there's another Russell trade there that I took. Yeah, just give him a call, Jim. He's at his desk. Wow. Sorry, I missed this on crude. On crude oil. The down close of the current bar on crude would be a short trade. 41 down to 37 on the crude. 41 down to 37. Okay, that's a short trade right there at 37. I did not mean for that to happen. Stop to break even on that. Stop to +2. Alright, and we're flat with +2. How do I undo this? Anybody know? Oh, that just totally replaced my gold, didn't it? That's weird. C tab at the bottom. Oh yeah, there it is. I gotta undock it, right? Undock. There. Thanks. I gotta shut that feature off. What did I get on that? A couple of ticks? 2, I think, right? Three. I got 3 on that one. Alright. We are not trending on the Russell. Okay, there's no higher swing in place. So I'm not looking to go long there. Euro. That's what we got over there. And we're not trending on the gold either. Now we're trending on the Russell. And we can short the soybeans on a down close. It's got a high of 78.75, it'll have a low of 77.75. So down close at 77.75 on the soybeans would be a short. This up close right here on the Russell is a long trade, 20 and a half. Trying to enter there. There we go, I just did. Okay, I'm long 20 and a half on the Russell. That's a momentum trade. So as soon as I can put my stop at break even, I just got out. As soon as I can put my stop at break even, I will. And I'm out. Down close here on the crude would be a short trade at 36. There it is. And I am a short at 35 actually. Eight ticks risk. And we got the down close on the soybeans as well, guys. Okay. 8 ticks risk on the soybeans too. Soybeans look like a mixed bag right here. And the crude is up at the BBC right now. What we want to see is the green line turn down and get all the way down into the cycle. When it does, it should put in a lower swing. The soybeans, I say it's a mixed bag because the bid and ask totals are about the same. So we need 4 ticks profit or a close below the MA1 on the soybeans. And there's 4 ticks. So stop to break even on the beans. There's 4 ticks and a close below the MA1. We just stopped out on the crude. So we're flat at break even on the soybeans. Ooh, that don't look good. Sorry. Actually, just before the crude entry, there was another crude entry that touched -8 ticks. So if we got into that one, we would not re-enter. If you had not put in a prior swing, if you had not put in a lower swing, is what I mean, then that is correct. Robert. Okay. All right, on the crude, let me draw a trend line. We have a low rate here of 55. We're going to have a high of 59. We have a high of 59. So an up close there at 59 would be a long trade on the crude. Okay, this down close over here on the Russell at 18.5 is a short trade that I missed. This up close right here on the Euro at 1170 is a long trade that I missed. And I got to break even on the soybeans. Okay. Now, Robert, you see how the beans didn't put in a lower swing right here? So we're not looking to short it again. Okay. And on the crude, that's what the trend line looks like now. Okay. So we got a low here at 57. It's going to have a high of 61. Okay. So an up close up there at 61 would be a long trade. This is a momentum long trade right here on the gold. Okay, I'm not in any trades right now. If I were to get in one, it would be the crude on the up close. 1179 over here on the Euro was a momentum long trade. Okay. The ES is setting up a trade too. Watch for that up close there on the crude. See, the crude has a nice steep slope right here, and we want to see the green line turn up into the brown line, which would be a 137B. Okay, over here on the euro. 71 up to 75 on the euro. Okay, just got along with 76 on the euro. Slide it over. Okay, we got a down close, not an up close over here on the crude. So we've got to fix that. Euro wants to get up here, put in new highs. Okay, we need to close above the MA1 or 4 ticks profit here on the euro. Move the stop to break even. It's got to go up one more tick. There it is. Stop to break even on the euro. And we are looking for the crude to give an up close. It's got a low of 57. It'll have a high of 61. Okay, so an up close at 61 again on the crude would be a long trade. And we're flat the euro at a break even. I think the euro is going to fly right here. Even though it took us out of break even. There goes the crude. Okay, crude needs 4 ticks profit or a close above the MA1 to move the stop to break even. Gold just took off too. Gold was 97.9 was the spot on the gold. And the euro is still struggling to get up there, but it did put in a higher swing, so we could trade the euro again here. Okay. On the euro, 76 up to 80. 80 would not be high enough. It's going to have to go up to 84.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing? 76 up to 80. 80 would not be high enough. It's going to have to go up to 84. On the Russell, there's our trend line. On the Russell, we have a low of 19.9. We'll have a high of 20.3. 19.9 up to 20.3 on the Russell. Let me just check the ES and make sure there's no weekly trading zone right up above us. Nope, that looks good. Okay, so now it's going to... Never mind. Never mind. 19.6 up to 20. So 20 would be a long trade there on the Russell now. Oh, the ES, I'm sorry. Forget that. The ES does have a zone. No, it doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't. That didn't happen anyway. Now it's 19.5 up to 19.9. There it is on the Russell. Minute 20. Looking for 4 ticks profit. There it was. Get rid of my original stop. Lock in a couple of ticks. 3. 7. 8. 11. 13. 8, 9. No, that was just 12. Sorry. 12. Am I in the... No, I'm not in that. I don't think. Am I? No, I'm not. I had planned on taking the crude trade, but I was taking the trade over here. So if you got in the crude here at 60, it pulled back 7 ticks, and then it ran up 14. I had planned to take the crude, but I got into this trade over here, and I didn't look at it when we got the up close until it was too late. What is the relationship between the ES and the Russell? You've heard me say that the ES is in a weekly trading zone. So, well, they're both indexes, and the S&P 500 is 500 major companies, and the Russell is 2,000 like other companies that feed off of 500 major companies. Usually, if the ES is approaching a zone and it bounces off the zone, the Russell will bounce at the same time. That's the relationship, and that's why if the ES is going into a zone, I don't trade the Russell. Okay. Let's fix these trend lines here. I am going to have to reboot today so I don't get stuck tomorrow. David, it can be used. It can be used all day. No, the volume. I mean, you can look at. It depends which market you're talking about, but if you look at like a 5-minute chart on soybeans, for instance, soybean market closes at 2:15. So if we look at a 5-minute chart and you just throw volume down at the bottom of it, you can see where the best times to trade soybeans are. All right, right here at the open and during the day. See, if you look at the Asian markets when they open up, see, this is our close right here. This was our close for soybeans yesterday. Okay, and then there was nothing until the Asian markets opened up. Right in here. Then you got some more activity, and then it died off until the European markets opened up. Right here. Okay, and then it slowed down until our markets started to open up. Right in here. But that's the way to tell when it's best to trade whatever market. Put it on like a 5-minute chart and put volume down at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I guess this down close right here would have been the spot on the crude. While I was looking at that. That would have stopped you out. Would have stopped me out. This is a momentum short trade on the Russell. It actually started right here. You could jump in it again right here if you wanted to. It's a little late now, but yeah. Okay, there were a couple of places on this where you could have done it. Right here. Okay. All right. Let me draw the trend line for you. I was looking away, but the short was right up here at 18.2 on this, on the pullback. We're not trending on the euro, so there's no trade there. We're not trending on crude, no trade there. We're not trending on soybeans. We're not trending anywhere, for that matter. Except the ES. You could trade the ES on a down close of the current bar. It's got a high of 2175. It'll have a low of 2099.75. That would be a short trade on the ES. A down close right in here. Okay, if we got the down close. All right. Is anybody in here for the first time today? You have any first timers in here today? FL. Who are you? Hey, Keith. All right. FL, look at your private chat. The times that we didn't get the up and down close yet, we got an up close. So the ES trade is now, would have been from right up here, but the black step line crossed up. The answer to your question, Joseph, I don't take momentum trades into dynamic resistance or support. Okay. FL. You need to type something in. You have like a minute to type something in or you're going to get dismissed. Okay, Keith and Tracy, I'll go over the trade setups here in just a couple of minutes, okay? Right now it probably just looks like a whole bunch of lines and colors. All right. We don't have any divergence here on the Russell, so we don't have a trade there. We don't have anything here, here, or here, or anywhere right at the moment. Oops, sorry, my mic was off. On the euro, we're getting our pullback now. We're going to need this bar to close, so then we can look for our close above the trend line. Okay, it's pulling back to broken resistance right here. The Russell pulled back up and the cycle's starting to move up, so we'll see what it does right here. The Russell's pulling back up to a red YBR. Just punch right through it. No trade there on the Russell. Alright, the trade setups. Let me go through them. Okay, where did I take the most trades today? Crude oil and the Russell. Well, I'll use the Russell since we're up on the Russell and we're not up on crude. On the Russell, we're currently plus 30 ticks. But let me find an example of the trade setup on the long side. Here's one. Okay. So, these are the steps for the trade setup, okay? Now, the pieces, the lines, the red and blue one up here is called the MA1. The red and blue one on price is called the MA1. The black step line is just a black step line. It's right there, okay? The cycle is down here. It's the red and blue one inside the slingshot. The green line up here on price is called the BBC. It stands for bull bear cross. When you get the MA1 crossing above it, it's bullish. Crossing below it, it's bearish. Okay, so when you get the cross above, you start looking for long trades. You get the cross below, you start looking for short trades. Okay, down here, what you're looking for, when you're looking for a bounce off the BBC, which is what this trade setup is, that means price comes down, hits the BBC, and then gives an up close. When you're looking for the bounce off the BBC to go long down here, the cycle needs to be blue and it needs to be above the green line. To go short, the cycle needs to be red and below the green line. Okay. Now, step one is you get the cross of the MA1 above the BBC. Step two, price has to pull at least one tick away from the BBC. That means you have to have a closed bar, a bar that is closed. It's got a top and a bottom, and it's moved on to the next bar, at least one tick away after the cross. All right, and here there's 3 of them right there. Step 3, this price pulls down, hits the BBC, and then closes up. Okay? Pulls down, hits the BBC, and then closes up. Once you get that up close, well, as this bar is building, you look down here and see where the cycle is and if it's the right color. If the cycle is blue and it's above the green line, then you're just looking for the up close. What I usually do is I have a buy stop order on waiting, one tick above where the bar is going to close. Now these are all range bars, so you know where if you know where the bottom is, like this one's 19.1, I know 4 ticks above it is where it's going to close. If this is going to be the bottom and it's going to close up, it's going to close at 19.5. So I would have a buy stop. Oftentimes I'll have a buy stop waiting at 19.6. Okay. Now, that's this side. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody get that? That's the trade here. So you look for the cross right here, the MA1 over the BBC, right? And you can see this is likely going to start happening when the cycle starts going up steep. MA1 is going up steep and price is moved up above the BBC. That's when this is likely going to start happening. The black step line crosses up above it. So what you're looking for, step 1 for the MA1 to cross. Step 2, price pull away. Step 3, it hits the BBC and closes up. You just enter in right here. Bang, 19.5, and that ran up to 20.9. Okay. Now we'll do the other trades. Here, let's do this. Now I didn't take this trade, I missed it, but this is it. Oh, that wouldn't be it. All right, well this is an example of how to draw the trend line. All right, when it's going up like this, you draw it over the corners of the bars, right? You just tap the corners of the bars. But right here we got a wick down here, and then we got an up close. So you got to move the trend line to take that wick into account, all right? Like that. Then right in here, yeah, I know, Dwayne. I had done that already. for Tony, but the other guy, no idea who that is. Now the parameters on the website for the indicators and the EMAs, they're all just default. You just got to put them on by default. Okay. However you put them on is their default status.
You have a chance
is
to
right.
check the email that I forwarded to you.
Okay. Yeah, this down close right here is where you would enter. Okay, at 18.5, right there at 18.5, because we didn't hit the BBC. Though the cycle was the right color and it's in the right place, we didn't hit the BBC. Now over here, we put in a lower swing. This time we did hit the BBC, but the cycle's the wrong color. So you would still draw a trend line, like this. Still draw a trend line. Look for the close below the trend line. Your entry would be right here at 18. Okay, now right here we didn't put in a lower swing, so you wouldn't be looking again until you got a lower swing. Right in here we got the lower swing, but price went right up through the BBC and started to give long trades. Now right here you see it pull down, hit the BBC, but the cycle's the wrong color. So I had to wait for the up close above the trend line, which was right here. Okay, this up close right here, the cycle was the wrong color, but it wasn't above the trend line. This one was, so I jumped in right there, and on that one I think I took 12 ticks or something like that. Okay, those are the trade setups. That's the whole thing. Like right in here, you see you got the cross, but right here after the cross we didn't have any divergence down here. The cycle was in the wrong place. Then finally it comes up here, pulls back, hits the BBC down here, cycle's the right color and it's above the green line, so your entry would be right here at 18.4. Okay, and now it's come down and hit it. Well, it hit it again right here, and this one would have stopped you out. Okay, because the cycle was in the right place and the right color. So you would have entered right here at 18.9. It would have gone 3 ticks in favor. If it ticked on the 4th tick, I would have moved my stop to break even. You know, I'd have been watching the DOM, so that it might have been, might not have been. Okay, I just responded to your email, Dwayne. All right, so that's it. Those are the trade setups. That's all there is to it. Keith, if you apply the indicators and you need any help with it, just let me know. Okay. There's a momentum long trade right here at 1692. It's already gone up to 1694, so your stop should be a break even on that. Okay, but it should just be default. You know, you should be able to just take these things off, just like that, and just go back and put them back on. These are all the default settings. Okay. All right, so it's 10:53, and currently we're -2 on crude, +12 on gold, break even on the euro, and +30 on the Russell. Oh, we had one soybean trade too, right? One break-even soybean trade. Break even on soybeans too. All right, so you see here the beans started trending. They put a lower swing in place. Now there's our trend line, and we got a high here of 76.75, so we'll have a low of 75.75. Okay. So right now you could put a sell stop on at 75.25. 76.75. I'm sorry, you could put a sell stop on at 75.5. Not 75.25. Okay, I stopped watching this over here. was explaining the trade setups. So that would have been the trend line. Okay. Okay. Keith and Tracy, did you get that? Did you understand everything I just said about the trade setups? Okay. It's the same thing. Yeah, I've been doing it for years. Nothing new here. Okay. All right, the soybeans went up, not down. So we're now looking at 76.25 for the down close. $76.50. I think. Yeah, 76.50. So your sell stop should be at 76.25 on the soybeans. If you're going to do that, that's where I would do it. Live. If it were demo, it would say it right up here. Okay. Am I going to show the ES? Oh, here it is right here. Now we're doing the same trade setup on every single market, all right? The ES doesn't have that many trade setups. That's why I don't keep it out here in front all the time. So far today I had said you could short right here on the ES at 12.5, I'm sorry, 2.5, 2102.5. On the way down there were more trade setups. Another one over here. And another one, well, let's just say that one moved down some. And then it changed directions. And then it changed directions again. You see how after the cross nothing pulled away until way over here. And then we really didn't have any divergence there. And it changed directions again and it went up. This time over here, you would have been looking at that to begin with for your trend line. But then you would have had to change it like that. So you would have had a long trade right there. And that put in a higher swing, but then you would have had your trend line like this. And there was no close above the trend line. Then over here, I started to show you this one, but the black step line crossed up above the BBC to disqualify short trades. Okay, and now right in here, it's really a mess in here. It's really not trending, so I wouldn't trade the ES right here. I would want to see the ES get up above there or down below here before I traded it. Okay, I'm going to change the colors of those so I don't think they're weekly trading zones. Okay, because it's stuck in a range here. Okay. It was just a momentum short trade here on the gold. Russell starting to pull back. The crude tanking, giving some back. Yeah, I missed that trend line. All right, a down close of the current bar here on the Russell would be a short trade. Okay, 16.8 is the high, 16.4 would be the low, I think. That's right next to the low of the day. It would be a momentum short trade. You know what? It would be a momentum short trade going into dynamic support, so I am not going to do that. On the soybeans, okay, 16.5 was a low. But again, it's a momentum short trade going right into dynamic support, so I'm not going to do it. The soybeans 76.75 down to 75.75. So the soybeans would be a short down at 75.75. Okay. ES has his own right below the low of the day. Okay. Another reason not to trade the Russell. 95. Oh, right below that range, you mean, Jason? Now we just draw a trend line up the bottoms like that. Same thing over here with crude oil. Draw a trend line up the bottoms like that. On the soybeans, we already drew our trend line. We need a down close here on the soybeans. On the gold, we can draw a trend line. Okay. Tracy, the ES just hit the bottom of that range that I pointed out, and it's bouncing off it. Okay, this is a short right here at 95.8 on the gold. It's a regular slingshot short trade. It's not a momentum trade because the entry is above the MA1, so we need 4 ticks profit or close below the MA1 to move the stop to break even. If we got a down close over here on the crude, we didn't, but if we did, that would have been a short trade. Okay, still looking for the down close over here, and we need a pullback on the euro. Okay. Looks like we may stop out here on the gold. I don't know, it's the BBC is right there, right at my stop. That happens a lot. We'll see if it bounces down off the BBC. Okay, over here on the Russell right now, nope, the ES just fell through that range. Okay, and now the ES has a weekly trading zone right here at 96. So it's going down to 96 right here, it looks like. All right, and the Russell looks like it's dropping with it.
Keith, you were just trying to communicate with me using the chat box out on the website. Use the chat box here inside of the live trading room, please.
Yeah, it's easier for us.
This way
So-
Michael can answer the question that you have. He can walk you through it step by step.
Yes.
If you can't find the chat box, then let me know through the other chat box.
Oh, he's already used it, so. All right, so
Okay.
the ES is dropped right down to its zone here.
Keith, are you there? Type a Y into the... Okay,
Yeah,
you're
he's there.
looking for the indicators. When you received your email, when you received your email with the link and the password, Keith, there were instructions and a video to watch. Did you go watch that video that shows you how to install the indicators?
Here, I'll send it to you again, Keith, in case you don't have it.
Okay. Oh, you mean you did? Oh, you're saying no, you didn't receive it, or no, you didn't read it?
'Cause-
Just trying to figure out, you know. Oh, you didn't read it. Okay.
okay, you gotta read that. I'll send it to you again right now, Keith. Okay, there's a video in there that says how to do it. Are you using Ninja or are you using DT Pro?
Which platform? What does
we don't have it. We don't have it.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
team.
I had a conversation with you the other day, and I explained we only use DT Pro. I think it was you, but maybe it was someone else. But we only use DT Pro and Ninja. We don't do multi-charts or TradeStation or any. But we just don't. However, along with your free trial,
Okay.
if you're trying to get, when you say you're trying to get back to Ninja, oh, your broker stopped it. Well, that's too bad. Probably because they didn't want to be in competition with Ninja's new broker.
Yeah, because Ninja became a broker. They became
Yeah,
an IB.
right.
So a lot of brokers dropped them.
You know, the DT Pro platform, Keith, it's very, we know it inside out, and for the purpose of putting on and taking off the trades that we do here in the live trading room, it's less of a major life event than changing platforms often is. So you can, in that email that Michael just resent you, if you follow the link there, you'll be able to download a demo platform identical to the one Michael's using. And then Michael will send you his layout. And then you just import that layout, and boom, your charts will look just like his. And again, you don't need a lot of bells and whistles to do the basic trades that we do. It's just the same trade over and over and over and over. Whether we're in the S&P or the soybeans or the Russell or crude, or we use the exact same setup, exact same indicators. Well, then I like what you just, Keith says, I like easy. Well, we have a saying around here, trading's not easy, but it can be simple. So we've definitely done our best to make it as simple as possible. And so anyone that's here on the trial, I really want that to be your focus. Whatever days you have remaining, whether today is your first day or your second day, is that your goal in being here is not to see if Michael can trade or to watch Michael trade and to try to, you know, ride his back and catch a couple trades, because then just pretty soon your week's gone. The idea is that you be able to trade, that you learn how to trade, so that going forward, you're no longer guru dependent. You're not dependent upon some chat room or any kind of wizard, disco ball, crystal ball. You become your own fountain of knowledge. You learn how to read the chart like a newspaper. You can see a setup as it's coming together. You know exactly when to execute, exactly what price, and you know how to manage your trade. You know how to build a business. You know how to write a trading plan. These are the goals that we have to teach you how to trade. Because most people come in with some degree of a handicap. They've been depending on somebody or something, and we really want to just set you free. Now, there's much to be said for being part of a community. Nothing wrong with being in a room where you have people to talk to, bounce ideas off of, all that kind of stuff. That's really what our mastermind group is all about. Those are good and positive things, but you don't want to be dependent on that dynamic for your livelihood. That dynamic is more for your sanity. So.
Okay. We just got 3 ticks profit on crude, and we stopped out of gold a minute ago. Okay, so we lost 8 ticks over here on that. Yeah, Keith, I sent you the thing again. It's got, in the email itself, here, let me just show it to you. In the email itself, it has a couple of things. All right, has a couple of things in here. The first thing is you know, a little bit of text in here, but this is how to set up DT Pro. Use this link right here, so Bert and Leslie can they'll be alerted that you've taken the trial. Okay, if you do a Ninja, you use this one, but use this video to set up DT Pro, and use this right here to download it. But right here I have 2 links to videos of the live trading room. All right, this first one's a half an hour, and this one's about 45 minutes. These were from, you know, they're from last year, October last year, I think. But it's the same stuff. You know, it's the same thing over and over again. You can watch those videos at your own pace. All right, so you're not jumping around in the live trading room here with me and trying to keep track of everything that I'm doing in here. There's 2 of them there, and Tracy, I don't know if I sent that to you, because yeah, I did. Now that I think about it, I did. I sent it to you last night. But I'll send it to you again, too. All right. As a matter of fact, I sent it to everyone who was on the free trial. But just want to make sure, because you can watch those videos of the live trading room. You can watch them at your own pace, and if something, you know, if it's going too fast, you can stop it and watch it over again. Okay. Whereas in here, you can't really stop it and have a do-over. Okay. All right. It's 11:12, guys. Yeah, sure. Sure, Tony. Tom Hill. Here we go. There's no subject on the email, Tom. Okay, but I just sent it to you. But you can see we're doing the same thing. This little screenshot here was made in November crude oil of 2013. We've been doing the same thing for years. All right, we follow these same steps over and over and over again, day after day after day. This down close right here on the soybeans is 76 1/4 is a short trade. Okay. So currently I'm +1 on crude, I'm +4 on gold, and +30 on the Russell. That's where I stand right now. Okay. And yeah, so far so good. And the only trade I have on is this one right here on soybeans. Okay. Make sure my stop's in the right place. It is. Every trade has 8 ticks risk, by the way. Is there an option to just listen? To just listen so you're not alone? So you're not alone? As opposed to what, Tracy? You know, when you're in the live trading room, now, of course you can just listen, but you know, the idea is to learn to trade. Yes, you do. Not now, though. You're on the free trial right now.
Yeah, once your free trial's over, then it's over. We're a community, so everyone goes through the same training. Everyone goes through the same process. And then we all gather together to employ each day the same methodology. But when we have our partners meetings, we're all talking about the same thing. We're all on the same page. How long you been trading? So how you doing? Now I was talking to Tracy. Yeah, Tenelli, I got your email. I wasn't able to do it this morning during the live trading room. I can be done with the radio show by 2:30 Eastern. So if you want to do it, then we can.
It's 11:16, guys. We got about
Okay, somebody's
10 minutes left.
messaging me again in the app from the website. Inside of the live trading room here, there is a chat box. And the question is, how do I save the new 4-chart layouts? There's no view in the new menu selections, save workspace to the desktop. Okay, I'm trying to figure out
All right, here, I'll show you.
who
I'll
is
show you.
this.
This is how you do it. Okay, you go File, Workspaces, Save As, and check Save at Close also. But go File, Workspaces, Save As, and then you can give it a name, like CFRN.
Bruce. Okay, Bruce, you see the chat app inside here? Inside the live trading room?
All right, there's another short over here on gold at 95.3. And we're still in the soybeans. I knew I was in a trade somewhere. Bert, you see the message from Jim? This happened yesterday with the soybeans too. Trades take so long sometimes. I mean, we have about 6 minutes left in here, and we're short soybeans. Yeah, that's what you had asked the other day. It's just momentum trade after momentum trade. Um, you know, I took the first one right here, and what did I get out of that? 3 ticks. There was a second one right here. Probably would have been a break even for me. Wait until it has a deeper pullback, Robert, right now. You know, if you took that first one and you just stayed in it and didn't trail your stop, well, you got a pretty good run. 83 down to whatever it is. 83 down to 68, 15 ticks. But just wait for a deeper pullback here. See if it happens. I think. Let me make that a little bigger. Yeah, that's what I thought. There was a short trade there on gold a minute ago. Right there at 95.3. I'm still in the soybeans. We are not the brokerage, Tracy. Daniels Trading is the brokerage. And I do believe they do. They're an IB. They use Gain Capital, and Gain's the one who does. Gain is their FCM. And Gain co-locates.
Do you really trade in that much size? Because unless you're trading 100 lots in the S&P, it's really not an issue, frankly. I'm just saying, if you are, then I'd love to have a conversation with you if you're trading in some decent size.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay, FCM is Futures Commission Merchant. IB is Introducing Broker. The FCM is where the trades actually clear. Okay, the IB is where they're placed. The FCM is where they clear. All right, so just like over here, the Russell just gave a bunch of little momentum trades on the way down. And crude is now given another one, 77 down to probably 73 on the crude. And the gold is now going short. Okay. And the crude 73 right there. Trying to enter. I just entered. Oh, I should not have entered that. Crap, it's already gone 4 ticks in profit. Alright, I just exited it with a 1 tick loss. Sorry about that, guys. 1 tick loss. That was my 1 tick on crude. I was up 1 tick, and I just gave it back. Alright, well, I'm going to lock in 3 on the gold. And the Russell right now, a down close of the current bar on, well, let me draw a trend line. It could have actually already happened. Hold on. Yeah.
So Les, I take it you finally made it in?
I don't know, is Les in here? He was pretty frustrated there.
Well, it's because he's typing capital S in the password, and
Yeah, he's still not in. Okay, so we're out with 3 there on the gold. David. Yeah. You got to follow the directions for the YVR that were in that thing that I had sent to you. Okay, I'll send them to you again. You got to follow the directions that are in that email, David, for the Ninja YBR. The crude worked out well. Oops, and we stopped out on soybeans, it looks like. Okay, so at least we're out of the trade. And the Russell worked out well, but we're not in the Russell. It's right there. And the gold we got 3 on. All right.
You watch that video I sent you?
Which video?
Never mind. It's all right, don't worry about it.
I'm looking for the video. Oh, this one. These ads. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. I sent the video email, and then I sent an email explaining the email, but that's all right.
It looks intimidating.
It's not. That's what the other email says. Is all you got to do is hit play. It plays in Windows Media Player, but it's no big deal. Don't worry about it.
No, you sent that 11:15 last night. All right. The cycle's going up too steep here to take a short trade. This is just continuation of the short trade that was over here on the Russell. We didn't put in a lower swing over here on the gold. That's about it. Oh gosh, I didn't even know what time it is. Not that much, Dave. All right, I gotta do the spreadsheet, guys. Okay, today is the 5th of May. Hey, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Don't forget. -8 on soybeans. The Russell, we made 30 ticks. Crude oil, we were break even on. And gold, we made 7 ticks. The euro, E-U-R-O. Oh, we didn't make any money on the euro. Today it took 17 minutes and 5 trades to get to our goal for the day. And we took a total of 5, 10, 15, 21 trades. All right. And this would be a 3. And this would be 83. Let me save this. Save as. All right. So today in the live trading room, guys, we lost 8 ticks on soybeans. That trade right over here, we just lost. I haven't put it on yet. Lost 8 ticks on the soybeans. We made 30 ticks on the Russell. We made 7 ticks in gold. We were break even in the euro and break even in crude oil. It took us 17 minutes and 5 trades this morning to get to our goal for the day. When I closed out of that trade, we were up $100 a contract, and we took a total of 21 trades. In the 3 days traded so far, we're up a gross profit of $605 a contract. If you apply an $8 commission to every trade we've taken, you would be up $197 net. If you had a $5 commission, you would be up $350 net for the 3 days. Okay. On the year, we are now up $19,722.50. That doesn't seem right. That seems like it. Let me just check something here. Yeah, it didn't update today. I didn't think so. Okay. This should be the sum of these. Okay. Well, it is the sum of those. Oh, but May is not, that's the thing. May is not getting updated. Okay, this equals that. That's it. There. Okay. So on the year, we are up $20,327.50 per contract. Okay. Yeah. So our daily average gross is $244.91 so far this year. That's our daily average gross. Okay. And let me save this. I'll save as save. All right. So on the day, we're up. That's $270 a contract gross. On the month, we're up $605 a contract gross, and on the year, we're up $20,327.50 a contract gross. All right. Let's see about getting into the next session here. All right. Here we go. To get into the next session, which starts at the top of the hour, you just have to go to cfrn.net. Over here in the right-hand column, scroll down to where it says click here and click there. Then scroll down to where it says watch live now and click there and fill out this little form. Once you fill out this little form, you'll be sent a link to get into the next session prior to the next session every business day for the rest of the month of May. Okay? For the rest of the month of May. Now, all right, I'm going to give you that link. I lost on the soybean trade. Right. I lost $100 on the soybean trade. That's what brought it down. Okay, that's the link to get into the next session. Now, my phone number is 1-949-423-6464. 949-423-6464. Okay. If anybody's got any questions about anything, you can give me a call at that number. If I can't pick it up, just leave me a voicemail and I will call you back. Okay, you can also email us at support@cfrn.net. Everybody who was on the free trial yesterday, you were sent this and that. Okay, that was attached to it, to the email that was sent to you that said how to become a partner.